This lesson is on dividing integers. This is very similar to the multiplication of integers. And our first number right here in a box right there is going to represent is the negative and positive numbers right there. So you can have a negative or positive numbers. Our division symbol right here is same thing as the multiplication. It's talking about groups right there. And on our second number right here, we're going to always keep it as positive numbers. So if there's a negative number right here, we will have to give it back to the first number. So let's look at an example. Example 1 I have is 15 divided by 3. So if I have 15 divided by 3, that means I have 15 tiles, and we need to find groups of 3 of those. So here's my 15. Because it's positive, we're going to represent it as the blue, and we need to find groups of 3. So here's one group of 3 right there. Here's a second group of 3. Here's a third group of 3. Here's a fourth group of 3, and a fifth group of 3. So out of the 15, when we group them in threes, we're going to get 5 of those. Example 2, I have is negative 16 divided by 4. Because 16 is negative, we're going to represent it as the red tiles. So now we have a 16 of these tiles right here, and we want groups of 4. So here's one group of 4 right there. Here's a second group of 4. Here's a third group of 4, and a fourth group of 4. So when we have is negative 16 divided by 4, it's going to be negative 4 because they're groups of 4s, but they're negative. They're red right there. Okay, let's try example 3. We have as 30 divided by negative 10. As I mentioned before, we cannot have a second number that is negative. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this negative, give it to the first right there. So now from there, we're going to go ahead and say negative 30 divided by 10. So we have as negative 30 tiles right there, and we want groups of 10s. So here's one group of 10 right there. Here's a second group of 10. And here's a third group of 10s. So how many groups do we have? We have 3 groups of negative 10. Okay, now example 4. If I have negative 25 divided by negative 5, again, I cannot have a negative on the second number. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this over here, bring it over here, and make it into a positive 25. So now we have is positive 25 divided by 5. So when we do that, we have this positive 25 tiles, so that's blue, and we need groups of 5s. So here's one group of 5, here's a second group of 5, here's a third group of 5, a fourth group of 5, and a fifth group of 5. So of these blue tiles, we have is positive 5 sets.